Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We're at our former family home. It'll always be our home, I guess. It becomes ours now. Rost is our adopted father. So this is, you know, we're gonna leave home for a while. This will always be there for us, and so will Rost's grave, where we can pay our respects and use it as a moment to reflect on what's going on. But what is going on? Well, we beat the hell out of a corruptor, and within it we found a device, and in that device we've put onto our spear, and we think we might be able to do a little bit towards what the corruptor has done, which is able to slave machines to our will. Now, we've got access to a strider at the moment, and there's access to other things throughout the land. And we can also go into something called, if we look, where is it? I thought it would be armory. No, will come later. Oh, I don't want to die, which I am going. Oh God! Oh no, not now, please. Right, we're going to head on down to here. Goodbye, Mother's Heart. It was lovely to see your joys within you, but it's going to leave us with a lot of bad memories.
They say she fought beside Bast and Vala.
We did fight amongst Bast and Vala. We did. Have you changed your tune, sir? This is your usual haunt, and at one point you wouldn't speak to us.
Oh there, Seeker. You look determined. I wouldn't want to be the one in your way.
You're not in our way, mate. But you have changed your tune. Let's see what else you got to say. Oops.
All Mother protect you, Seeker. I spent some time in the wilds. Think we have that in common.
Oh, do you? We got something in common now, have we? Lovely.
Off on some Seeker business, are you? Oh, I'm sure you can't say. Goddess bless you then.
Oh,
I couldn't live among the machines like you did. Not forever.
Well, he was just doing as his culture asked of him. That's all he was doing. So we can't blame him, but Aloy is particularly aggrieved by the way she was treated as a young kid. Not knowing her mother, completely frustrated, and having only Rost to keep her company. So she doesn't want to look after the tribe, but her instinct now is to find out who her mother is, for one, but as she goes along she's going to need to help people. Just by instinct alone. Okay, we're going to grab a strider. There's a watcher. Don't want a watcher. Was that a dead watcher? That's a scrapper. We do not want a scrapper. Here we go.
Striders. I can test the override device on them. Should go in quiet. Didn't go through all of this to wind up trampled, but nice and quiet.
Okay.
Okay, here it goes. Come on, come on.
That's a lovely trick. What's a lovely party trick?
It worked. There we go. Yeah! Yeah! Yeah!
Okay, yeah. So, we've got our strider, our first overridden machine. So we need to go to the Embrace Gate to talk to Val. Let's look at our quest here. To unravel the conspiracy against her, Aloy must leave the sacred land of the Lorethrough, but an infestation of corrupted machines stands in her way. Not anymore.
Ride!
So we'll head to the Embrace Gates.
This Strider is fast! This beats walking.
So I don't love riding horses in any game, but this one is particularly
I
hard
should try
to
overriding other kinds of machines.
steer.
Probably can't ride them all, but I might find a use for them.
But one thing I didn't do much of is override machines to help in the combat, which I think will be very, very important going forward, considering the difficulty we're on. So, we're going to leave the Embrace Gates for only the second time in our life.
Sounds of fighting. Just outside the gate.
Watch
Our new friend, Val.
Bring it closer! Closer!
Varl, I take it?
Am I seeing things? Or were you riding that Strider when you came through the gate?
I was. It's hard to explain.
I imagine so. Strange times we live in. We who've survived. I recognize you, of course. Aloy, the outcast who won the proving. I'm glad to see you survived your wounds.
High Matriarch Tirsa said you might know the way to Meridian.
The capital of the Carja Sundom? You seek exile?
No. A traitor named Olin. The Matriarchs made me a seeker so I could go after him.
Huh. Well, then you should head north to Mother's Crown. If you make it, talk to Maria. She'll point the way.
If I make it?
The trail is dangerous. Ever since the War Party massacre, our lands go unpatrolled, and our borders unguarded. We have no Warchief to lead us.
Isn't that Resh's job?
Ugh. Only because Sona went missing. I'd go after her myself, but she ordered me to hold this gate with my life. And so I have.
Right, we can talk about the dangers, the proving, the massacre of the War Party, and the Warchief. Let's start with the Warchief.
You said Warchief Sona is missing?
Even when the War Party was massacred, she wouldn't give up the chase. She called for volunteers and went after the killers.
You didn't volunteer?
Of course I did, but Sona denied me that. She ordered me to see the wounded back to the Embrace, and to guard this gate, to guard the Embrace with my life. That was days ago, and since then there's been no word from her.
So there's no way to know if she's alive or dead.
If anyone could survive out there, it would be her. Sona's prowess is legend, an unbending spear to measure ourselves against.
Sounds like she sets a high standard.
Ugh, you have no idea. She's my mother.
Well, she must be proud of him. He looks like a... We don't get to see much of Val, but he's a good guy. We like him, I think. We've got a special place in our heart for Val, and he'd make any mother proud, I think. Let's talk about this massacre.
You said the War Party was massacred. How?
When word came of the attack on the Proving, Warchief Sona assembled a war party to give chase. But in their haste to get vengeance, some braves broke rank and raced ahead, straight into a trap. A pack of crazed machines, seething with corruption, fell upon the braves and savaged them. Warchief Sona led a countercharge and destroyed the machines, but by then the killers were gone, and our losses were extreme.
Let's talk about the Proving. Tough times.
You said I won the Proving. How did you know that?
I spoke to survivors. They said you fought bravely, as did Bast. And my sister.
Your sister was Vala? I'm very sorry. I liked her. I think we might have even become friends. If we'd had a chance.
Thank you. She died saving others. There is no better death.
Wow. Every family, every person in Embrace has suffered some sort of loss in that, because plenty of people have died. At the hands of revenge. They sent a war party out for immediate revenge, which probably wasn't the best idea. They made a rash decision, but they needed to drive out the killers. Out of the Embrace, but what's beyond it?
You said the trail is dangerous. What sorts of dangers?
Almost too many to name. The killers are still out there, and somehow they've corrupted the machines, spreading madness.
Yes, I've seen it myself.
Bandits, too. Cutthroats who snuck across the border to prey on us. The word is, there's a camp in the metal ruins upriver.
Sounds like I need to craft more arrows. I should be on my way.
Aloy, before you make the journey to Mother's Crown and beyond, is there any chance you could search for Sona? The tribe needs her leadership. I'd go after her myself if she hadn't commanded me to hold this gate at all costs.
Where was she last seen?
The War Party massacre site. A wooded hollow across from Devil's Thirst, on this side of the river. You might be able to pick up her trail there. She went after the killers who attacked the Proving, who killed those we love, who tried to kill you.
I get it, Varl. I'll see what I can do.
Right, the Warchief's trail. Sona, the Warchief of the Nora, went missing after an ambush killed dozens of Braves. Varl wants Aloy to find her. So we've got to go to that ambush site first. I think it's best we drive out the killers from the... So we're through the Embrace now, into the larger Nora lands. We've got to talk to Maria at Mother's Crown, which is kind of on the cusp of the hinterland between that and the Karja territory. So that's something we could do, but I think we should focus more on... So there's that armory we'll get to later. Let's look at this one. But we've also got various other things to see. We've got hunting grounds, all sorts to do. So I'm going to leave you, dear Strider. I enjoyed you for a little while, but I'm not keen on horses. I never have been. I think no game has nailed the horse. I think Days Gone, although it isn't a horse, it's a motorcycle. But that's the best use of companion. Red Dead's obviously very good, but still it had its difficulties, and most games horses just rubbish. You can't sort of slow down and enjoy the land, find its secrets, find its treasures. So we're taking this game slow and steady, and we
May the
don't
goddess protect.
need a Strider to do that.
My whole life. All of it in the Embrace. The world just got bigger. But also more dangerous.
It did get bigger, that much bigger. We've got all that to explore. But our first aim is to get all the way over here to that capital of the Karja, Meridian. Fascinating, fascinating city. Large, obviously, but beautiful architecture and wonderful lore and secrets. And the Karja are a very, very interesting tribe. Probably the more advanced of the tribes. Okay, let's switch that off for now. Let's pick up this. Found a grazer site. Hello, fine gentleman. Kren.
Are you alright, Hunter? Were you injured when the war party was ambushed?
Not exactly. And I'm not a hunter, or a brave, or anything really. You shouldn't even be talking to me.
Well, whoever you are, you're hurt. What happened?
My name's Kren. I thought I'd have a go at the trials at the hunting grounds over the rise, hone my skills. It didn't go very well.
What are these grounds?
Injured at a hunting grounds? How?
Well, I was aiming for a canister on the back of a grazer, and my bowstring snapped, and I tripped, and... forget it. It wasn't pretty, okay? I just wanted to train a bit. Hunting grounds are perfect for that. They offer trials, which are like challenges, and they give you marks if you accomplish objectives or beat certain times. The keep is up there on the hill, just to the north. Talk to him to do a trial. I'm sure you'd do better than I did.
Well, we used to be an outcast, so we're not that
Why
concerned.
did you say you weren't anything at all, and that I shouldn't talk to you?
I stole a bow, okay? And got cast out. This was before the proving, so now I can't even fight for my tribe in its time of need. I have to live in the wild by myself, which is why I wanted some training. Honestly, I'm just glad the Keeper would talk to me. I think he might be in exile or something. He doesn't seem to care about the laws of the matriarchs.
Things aren't exactly going your way, are they? Is there anything I can do to help?
No. I'll be all right. My father always said All Mother had a plan for me. Before he got run over by a strider, anyway.
Okay, thank you,
I need to
Kren.
get going, Kren.
All right. Be careful. Especially if you're heading north. And be sure to hit the hunting grounds if you want to train up.
So yeah, we're outside the walls of the Embrace now, so it's even more dangerous. So Kren has happened upon these hunting grounds. And these hunting grounds aren't a Nora concern. They're more than that. They transcend tribes, although the base of it is in one particular tribe.
Got one.
Okay, so we will head up to these hunting grounds. We're nearly at level 9, which will give us access to that 3-point skill that we desire. Let's go and do this. This is the easier of all the hunting grounds, and we're on ultra hard, as I like to keep telling you. And I am confident that I haven't got it in me to complete all the hunting grounds on that difficulty. But to do so would be to forego some decent kit, so that is a shame. So we'll deal with that when we get to it.
Here they come.
But first of all, we're just a few shards away from that sling. So we could go for this sling for now, which is what we might have to do. We could try and sell some things. Should we sort by item value? Trading with selling for metal shards. We want to keep what we can trade with merchants just in case. But let's sell anything that says selling for metal shards, which I don't think we've got many of at the moment, if any. We've got 6 desert glass, so let's sell 4 of them. We've got... let's sell 1 of each of these. Keep the rest for now. Still, we've only got 512 shards. We can't sell our old outfits. What about some mods? We've got this corruption coil, which we can't even use at the moment because we haven't got the correct weapon for. That's only worth 50 though. Oh, that's a decent tear coil. I think I was going to save that though, and just keep my bow for damage at this present moment. Okay, let's buy this sling. And let's... we can also get... I thought we could get something free. Oh, this is free of charge. Isn't that nice? Let's take all those. And these special items, we can find the rest of the metal flowers, but Not for now. Okay, let's do a bit before we speak to this guy. Let's do a bit of a Banuk culling bow. Wow. A Banuk trailblazer. A Karja mighty bow. A Karja storm rager. Right, we need to... I don't really want to use these weapons because it feels a little bit like cheating, but we need to upgrade our weapons satchel. Then we might be able to grab this. Let's look. 2 new things. So at the moment we've got the Karja Hunter bow. Now this is the Karja mighty bow. So I think perhaps it just ticks up a little bit in the damage. Specialised bow possesses additional stopping power, so it just gives us a bit more oomph. But we've got these tear coils, these damage coils mods at the moment, which we just need to wait till we've got the tinker. So this is better in the tear department, so that's good to know. But, do you know what? We're going to leave it as it is because we've got these damage coils in at the moment, these damage mods, and that's where it's at. So, for crafting, let's modify this bad boy and add a modification of which we have none. Fair enough. Fair enough. Okay. Fine. Let's talk to you, mate.
I spoke to Kren. He told me this is a hunting grounds where you offer tests of skill.
Poor Kren. Not the best hunter, but at least he keeps his chin up. You bear the mark of a seeker. I've heard of those, but never seen one. You have the matriarch's leave to come and go as you like from the sacred land?
Yes, but I would have gone even without their permission.
Is that so? Then maybe you and I can speak plainly. Truth is, I've had dealings with the Karja. I represent an organization called the Hunter's Lodge in Meridian. We test promising young hunters with trials at places like these. You might be just the kind of person we're looking for. Why don't you sample the trials and see? Just to be clear, though, I'd appreciate it if you kept our conversation in confidence, especially when it comes to the matriarchs.
Let's hear more about him, and then we'll talk about the Hunter's Lodge.
You're not supposed to be here, are you?
No. My friend and I left the sacred land and returned. The matriarchs wouldn't approve, to say the least. We're hunters at heart. Left because we wanted to find new herds and new machines. That's why the Hunter's Lodge appealed to us. But the Karja wouldn't have us if they knew we were Nora, so we wore Karja clothes when we brought our marks to them. After a while, it felt like we were caught between worlds. Not quite Karja, not quite Nora. We started to miss home. So we came back and set up our own hunting grounds.
You think it'll work? Staying here without the matriarch's permission?
I'm not sure. But we don't believe in their rules. There's a big world out there, and ignoring it doesn't help anyone.
Yes. So that is very anti-Nora, very not like the Nora, is it? And it's what Aloy has an instinct to do, is to get to know people, get to know cultures, investigate, help. We're all humans under one sun, as the Karja like to say. And this guy is going against Nora values as well, so that's why he wants to keep it a bit quiet.
What is the Hunter's Lodge?
It's a group of hunters who compete to bring down the mightiest machines in the land, run by the Karja in Meridian. You can see it yourself if you win 3 half-suns from the hunting grounds. Just to warn you, though, they're not fond of Nora.
No, they're quite elitist. But why? It's interesting how he got to, as a Nora, how he's got to run the hunting grounds, the proving grounds. I wonder how that came about.
Tell me about the trials.
The Hunter's Lodge hosts hunting ground trials throughout the world, each offering hunters a chance to test their skills.
What do I get for completing them?
pride in accomplishment, as well as marks, depending on how well you fare. Here, we offer the tools trials.
What kind of tools?
Hunting isn't just about your bow. It's about using everything available to you, even your surroundings. You'll see once you start taking the trials.
Okay, let's start these
Choose your
trials.
trial, and I'll tell you how it works.
Let's start with the log pile trial first, just to break us in.
This trial tests your ability to use the environment to your advantage. Shoot log piles to make them fall, crushing machines below. Remember, you can use explosions from your blast sling to scare machines into fleeing where you want them to go.
Let's do it then.
Perfect. I'll start timing when you start down a rope.
Okay. Now, we've got this, what's it called? Where are you, sir? This chill water, which we haven't been able to use yet. We've been picking it up left, right and centre. But now, we can use it to craft these freeze bombs. Okay. So we've got
To prove myself in these trials, I should do it fair and square.
We've got some log piles down here. So what I'm going to try and do is set up blast wire over here, then send a freeze bomb to send them in this direction. It may work, it may not. We'll see. Okay, let's do this. Right, let's try this out. So,
There's gotta be a way to override even these things.
let's try it over here. Yes. Very cool. Very cool indeed.
I can get out of this.
So I'm going to wait till those guys shoot off and then I'm going to go and loot these dudes because there'll be some good blaze.
That's it. Nothing to see here.
Okay. Let's receive our prize. A golden sun. How do we do?
How'd you... First time, and you win a blazing sun. You're good, even for Nora.
Thanks. Okay, let's... have we asked all the questions we have?
I have to go.
I'll be here if
we'll
you
be back.
decide to come back.
We're just going to look at our loot and buy our gubbins. So, let's buy this Tinkerer. So we can now remove and reuse the coils. Now, off we go. What I'm going to do... how do we do that? I want to clear... I want to extract it. How do we clear the slot? We can just swap the modification. Oh, I see. So, let's fill this with the tear coil, because I have a feeling we might need that next. We can't put anything in there because we don't have it. Oh, I'm sorry. Let's put... That's the wrong one. It's not the mighty one we need. It's the culling bow. That's got the tear. Yes, we need that back. We need it back, I think. Let's put that in there for now. There we go. A tear of 21. Let's put another one in there for good measure. 14. Now, what can we use in here? We've got these fire arrows. Now, are they useful? So that's got a 13 fire. As well as that. So we could use these for the fire. There we go. So if we're setting something on fire, we can grab that. This is for our general damage. And this is for our tear. It's negligible, the damage on that one. So the culling bow is where it's at for the moment. So I'm just going to chuck that over here. For now. And then we'll see about our next trial. Oh no, what we're going to do, we're going to look at the treasure box. We've got a machine scavenger box here with just wire. This is our Blazing Sun reward, in which we got metal shards and more chill water. Fair enough.
Would you like to give it another go?
Right, let's try the parts
Test
alone
your skill with bow
trial.
and arrow by shooting parts off the backs of grazers as quickly as possible. Can't wait to see what you do with that. Ready when you are.
I might try the exact same thing here, because that worked very well to take them down for the log trial, but maybe if they're downed, I can start to shoot them off them. So let's give that a go.
No good without ammo.
Okay. Let's try this. Gonna have trouble here, I think. Real trouble. I don't think we're going to be able to do it in time. Because we haven't got enough tear. We have not enough tear. Not enough tear at all. So we're not going to get our Blazing Sun at this juncture. We might have to wait until a better weapon, I think.
Just stay.
We've got the best tear possible and it's just taking absolutely too long. Went straight through it there. There we are, we're still way off. Yeah, it's taking about 3 shots per canister to get that sorted. Not going to work. Gonna get ruined by these watchers. We're at 2:30 now. Oh, straight through. There we are. 6, 7. What? This work? Need some better tear. There we go, one more.
Keep quiet.
There we go. There's our trial. Did it in 3 minutes 33. Not nearly enough. Not nearly enough. Right, see you later, Watcher. Just pick up some more stuff. There we go, put you out of your misery. Shards, coils, shockers, sparkers, this is all the stuff we need. Alright, back up. And I think we're going to suffer the same, maybe not, with the blast wire. We'll have a look, we'll have a play.
I'm already gone.
Oh, the blaze in the world. This blaze is going to last us the whole rest of the game, I think. Here we go. How do we do?
First time out, and that's how you do it. Here's a half sun.
Oh,
Go a little faster next time, and you'll earn a full sun.
Okay. Let's think.
Time for me to head out.
I'll be
Let's
here.
find
Ready to
something with a
test
blast wire. Let's talk to our guy over here. We may... Which one is the blast wire? This one, the Karja Tripcaster, which we need a hell of a lot of shards in which to do it, so that's going to be a fair way off. Okay, we need better tear, and we need more money for a Karja Tripwire. This box though, metal shards and blaze. How much blaze have we got? We've got 75 blaze, and all the chill water we can muster. It's these sparkers though. Where are they? Where are the sparkers? Yeah, we've got 37 of those, that's okay. Okay, well let's beef that up and use as much of that as we can. We can... Yeah, we're all good. Okay, in a normal playthrough I wouldn't leave there without finishing all those and mop it up, but it's amazing we have to come back. Quite amazing. Okay, so next up I'm going to go for the ammo crafter, which will lead to this scavenger. Really important. Requires ammo crafter. Okay. So. We've done that. We have done that. The ancient armory. We won't come back there till we've got all of what we need. But let's start with the massacre site. We might be waylaid by this little gentleman here. In fact, that's what we'll do first. In fact, that is what we will do first. Yeah, the hunting grounds are really, really enjoyable, but very, very tough. There's little cheats and hacks and tactics that you can use to make things a bit easier, but still, some of them are still quite tricky. But we'll get there. We just didn't have the right tools for the job. So I'm wondering, I tried hitting them
I'll shake it out later.
back then, and I'm just wondering whether something like this would have a chance of increasing knocking off components. I wonder if that might have worked better if we kind of caught up with them and twatted them. That might have been a solution. Hello, are you a... Yes, you are. You are a merchant. Let's see what you have. Oh. What treasure boxes? You've got a gambler's box. Don't want one of those. You've got these metal flower things, which we won't litter our map with those just yet. And here we meet an interesting character.
That man. He doesn't look Nora.
Dollars to donuts. He had a hand in felling these people. And are
My
they
focus is
Karja?
picking up some kind of signal.
Or were they bandits?
Maybe I can scan it.
Some desert glass. Nil.
There's danger ahead, girl.
Danger for you, Outlander. This is Noraland.
Yes, yes, yes. Trespass is forbidden on pain of death. Strange phrase, the pain of death. See? This one's in no pain at all.
Who was he?
A thief, slaver, a killer. The kind that give honest killers a bad name.
Farrell told me there would be bandit ambushes on the road.
Well, it's not all good news. They don't always come to you. Most dig out a camp, and there they'll sit like spoil on meat.
Unless someone does something about it?
I like you. Follow the trail of smoke on the other side of the ruins. I'll be there.
Bandit camp and Devil's Thirst. We're going to meet him there. He's a very odd character. A complete psychopath. Very little emotion. But I like him. Okay. Let's take that off for now. Right.
Those ruins. That must be Devil's Thirst. A city of the old ones. Of the metal world.
There's some scrappers over there. I think I'm going to head this way. Try and avoid that scrapper. Oh, please. Oh, God. Right, he's okay. He's round there. Let's head up this way. I might just take this cover of these bushes. Here we are, Devil's Thirst. If we didn't have that Seeker
I'm
badge...
still getting a signal from my focus.
Where are you? Where are you? Can't see you. If we didn't have our Seeker badge, we would be in absolute trouble with the Nora. We would be outcast again. Straight away. We're not allowed to be amongst these ruins. Okay, here's our guy. Tallneck. Let's read about him. So oblivious to interruption, this giant circles an area, monitoring machines and local conditions. Wow. So he's obviously got a vantage point up there so high and is able to see the land around him. So it's not a machine we're concerned about defeating, it's a machine where we need to climb. Just a moment ago, I found a data point that I'd like to read to you. It's our first world data point. I got interrupted during the recording there. I went away, came back, found this before I pressed record. So this is our first world data point, and it's Hair and My program, attracting young people back to New Zealand. So January 1st, 2062, Annalise Cameron was barely 3 years old when her family fled the 2036 submergence. Now there's not much about that, but I think it's something to do with rising tide levels. Basically submerged parts of the islands, and so people were displaced, the economy suffered, and the people fled the island, and then trying to get now people back. We joke it's not New Zealand anymore, it's New Zealand, but that's just having a laugh. For the first time in my life I feel like I'm home. So Cameron is one of approximately 17,000 young Kiwi transplants participating in the New Zealand government's Hair and My program, which offers tax incentive to displaced New Zealanders for returning home. The program is the brainchild of Prime Minister Tama Ngata, who is widely credited with facilitating the revitalisation of Auckland and Christchurch through risky post-Saitaram River disaster investment in the nanotech construction industry. So they're revitalising the economy with jobs, I'm guessing. It's times like the world know we're still here. Our nation is strong, not even the die-off could bring us down. We've rebuilt and our doors are open. So I'm not sure about the die-off either. I'm just looking it up here, and it's just during the die-off in 2033, the Azores sunk into the sea. So I think it's maybe the die-off is about certain biomes that animals suffered because of their lack of habitat, because of the rising tides. I'm not sure, but anyway, it speaks to humanity's basically having their wicked way with the earth, and the earth responding to that through environmental ways. Okay, let's highlight these bad boys. So we've got to get up there somehow. We've got to remember we can whistle. So let's do that, and let's try and just clear these watchers away. Okay, they're not going to come and get trampled by this bad boy, so let's try it this time. Are you going to come all the way now? Yes. They were programmed not to get in the way of that dude. Could have overridden one there. That would have been interesting. I've not had the pleasure of overriding one. Let's try it this time. Okay. Right, let's try and grab him over here. We can let him join our team. Okay, you gonna fight? What a brute! Well done, sir. Right, I'll let you just
Fascinating.
roam around now.
Working for me.
I'll let you just roam around. Well done, my friend. Oh, have we got time here? We might well have time. Oh! Lucky.
Okay, Time to climb up to its head.
Very well timed. Okay, where we're at. So they're all different, these ones. They all have different ways of getting up there.
Earl said Warchief Sona went after the killers from the proving.
Only very
I should
subtly,
try to
though.
find her.
Right.
Sorry about this. It won't take long.
So what this does, it defogs the map. It isolates things for us that are of note and concern. And also it sends out a
Just
pulse,
moving along its path,
which
but
will...
it sends what it sees to other machines.
There you go. So, while we're here, let's have a look at our skill points. We still need one more to enjoy that. It's given us a treasure box. Did it? No, it didn't. It gave us lots of XP. Okay. Sends out a pulse here that disables all the other machines so we can get away. Isn't that kind? We'll look at this observer log as well. So, it's the time. Orbit F48 initiated. Routing query sent. No response. Ping inert agents. 4346 dormant. No idea what that means. It's just its data that it's collecting. And it's responding to various different machines. Okay, what are we doing now? Let's have a little look around to see if there's anything else we can grab. Oh, that's a track for who? That was a track for the Tallneck, wasn't it? Just hoping that we can find some more goodies in and around this ruin. We usually can. Can't see any over here. There's a fox. No. Okay. So, let's go and try and find out what happened to Warchief Sona, if we can. There's our campfire we wanted to unlock. Very good. We'll leave those guys to it. Oh, we've got a sawtooth. We've got a sawtooth this way. And a couple of grazers. Oh, he's interested. Alright, we're going to go round. Gonna go round. Don't want to be fighting a sawtooth, really. I'm gonna head cross country. Aha. We're interested in that ancient debris.
Here we go again.
Okay. He's alright, he's ensconced over there. What have we got here? More bracelets and rings. Things we can sell for metal shards. Look at this. Like it's an old... Looks like an old telecoms cabinet. Along with a refuse bin. And is this a meter maid? Maybe? And an old vehicle from the 2060s. That's just pretty decent. Look at those with the two sunroofs. It might have been a Tesla or something similar. I think they would get along quite well in the age of the Great Clawback.
The sky's getting lighter. Dawn's coming.
Yeah, So what these ruins are for, I don't know. I'm just wondering if there is a data point there, a vantage point. I'm not sure. There may well be that we've missed one, but it's not been highlighted, so we will come back to it. Okay, let's read about these grazers, because a grazer popped up there that we've not read before. So we can override this dude. Generally flees when spooked, but capable of a gouging attack with its horns. So the blaze canisters are obviously fair game with fire and tear. The rotor blades, you can knock those off pretty well, and the loot is pretty self-explanatory. Okay.
This must be where the war party got massacred. Such destruction.
We're after Sona. Well, those grazers graze away. And those watchers watch away. Just don't watch this way.
The Nora village, up on the heights.
So this is an old... Well, this is their ambush, basically. And they're absolutely laid waste. From the killers and the machines.
Maybe the Warchief left something behind.
They took out a corruptor, though.
Clue as to where she went. Lots of machines. All controlled by the killers. The Nora managed to take down a corruptor. But not before the killers used it to send the other machines against them. They sent a stampede of them down the slope.
So they were holed up in this area, which is probably a great place to make camp because it's sort of secluded away from the elements and you can hide, but you couldn't hide from these machines because they just tumbled down this hill. And we're going to come see you in a minute, mate. And the arrows meant they put up a great fight. They took a corruptor, they took out watchers. What else? It's watcher. Just a shed load of watchers, basically. Oh, you're hurt. Dran?
The dead and wounded all cleared away. Are there no more braves or healers here?
Just me. You're hurt. What happened?
I didn't. It's madness out there. Warchief Sona sent me back to report. I'm no good to her like this.
Let's hear about this ambush.
So, you were here when the war party was ambushed?
I was. I thought after the proving there could be no darker day, but I was wrong. The Warchief was delayed gathering the rear guard. Eager for revenge, the Braves in the lead fell into the trap. Dozens lost in minutes. If Sona hadn't arrived and rallied us, no one would have survived.
Okay, so Sona did do her job as Warchief and managed to get most of the survivors away. She sort of put some order into the disorder to save a few lives.
We followed their trail, but again and again they sent corrupted machines to attack us. My wounds started to slow me down, so the Warchief sent me back to let others know she hasn't given up the fight.
Okay, well, we're going to go and find her.
Varl sent me to look for Sona. Do you know where she is now?
All I can tell you is where we parted. Near the metal tower, southeast of the ruins at Devil's Thirst. Look to the rise behind it with a lone boulder. I'll head for the embrace and report what I know to Varl and the others. May All Mother lend you strength. You'll need it, going alone.
Okay, so we're on the trail of Varl. She did her best to save as many lives as she can, but she must know it's a hiding to nothing. The Nora tribe is being decimated. Absolutely decimated.
Wherever these machines are made, could find a way to override them there.
By this situation. Okay, we're going to move away there. Yeah, you can see us, but We're just going to come back here. Oh! Did you see that? That was a dive to a roll. I think she realised she was going to be paraplegic if she didn't roll out of that, and she did a beautiful roll. Well done you. That's the wilds, that is. That is the wilds.